Hello and welcome to episode 71 of Things I've Learned from Barry Harris. And today I thought we would discuss, again, Barry's 4 scales of chords and ways that we can use them when comping. And I thought we would use, as the example, a blues in B flat. So let's start right away. Generally, our first chord, especially for guitar players, in a blues in B flat, we'll play this chord, which most people think of as a B flat 9. So they'll say, if they want to get fancy, which is fine. But all of these come from the scales of chords. So I'll show you, for instance, this first chord is, yes, it's B flat 9 if you want to look at it that way, but you know, Barry doesn't really look things numerically, so he sees this as just F minor 6. So now you have the first chord being F minor 6. The second chord is this, which a lot of people would say is E flat 9. But if you look at the 4 notes on top, it spells out a B flat minor 6. So that means you could really look at the first part of the blues as F minor 6 to B flat minor 6. So think about that for a second. You got a B flat 7 blues or B flat blues, and you could think while you're chording F minor 6 to B flat minor 6 for the first part, for the first 2 bars, let's say. So how would we do that? So let's say if we started, I just messed around with a few variations of those, but these were all B flat, F minor 6, and these were all, that's nice if we said, okay, so now at that point, we're going back to E flat. So we played F minor 6 for the first measure, B flat minor 6 for the second measure. Now we played F minor 6 for the third measure, but then I quickly went into B flat 7's tritone is E7. So that would be this E9 chord. Well, people call it E9 chord, but really it's B minor 6. So I changed my F minor 6 to B minor 6. So there's all these little interesting things that happen. So there's F minor 6, and then I changed it to B minor 6, and then went down a half step to B flat minor 6, which is the E flat 7 chord, which is the 4 chord. So I said, which is nice, so I should be able to do that in every inversion. Here's another one. So let's see if I said, there it was right there. F minor 6, B minor 6 to B flat minor 6. So Barry emphasizes all the time playing little tiny movements. And I guess that would fall into the category of a little tiny movement of playing F minor 6 to B minor 6, and then a half step down to B flat minor 6. So just from that little bit of information, and I'm just doing drop 2s, so we'll just stay primarily with drop 2s, which is 4 consecutive strings on the guitar. So that's really pretty. Now you could also do, we're playing again B flat, F minor 6, but I could play B flat 7. So now if I play B flat 7 into, I'm going to run B flat 7 now into B minor 6. Sorry, B flat 7 into B minor 6 into B flat minor 6. So there's our next little movement. B flat 7 into B minor 6. So here's our B flat 7. Here's our B minor 6. Here's our B flat 7. Here's our B minor 6. Here's our B flat 7. Here's our B minor 6. Here's our B flat 7. Here's our B minor 6. So now if I played the blues and I said 1, 2, 3. And maybe that was B flat 7, B minor 6. I could have done it anywhere. And even, you know, when people do this, see, a lot of guitar players do this already. But look what this is. Here's the B minor 6. People play this all the time and they'll say, oh, well, that's the E flat 7 with a 9 and a 13. And Barry would say, no, it's not. You're just messing around with the B minor 6 scale, because here's a B minor 6, here's a diminished, so you're just borrowing the top note. So we could have said, which is nice, now I borrowed the lowest note and the highest note, which is nice. So let's see what that sounds like. 2, 3. There it was. Really pretty. Now, we used already the minor 6 with the dominant 7. We should also be able to use the dominant 7 flat 5. So if I use dominant 7 flat 5 like B flat 7 flat 5. So here's another little movement. Let's say if I play the beginning chords would be B flat 7, E flat 7, then back to B flat 7. So what if I made the first part B flat 7 with a flat 5, let's say, and then to just a plain E flat 7. So that's a good thing to have to practice. So here's a B flat 7 flat 5 to E flat 7. That's a nice movement. So if I started off with blues and I said, that's a pretty movement. Really beautiful movement. So if I said, and after the E flat 7, I'm playing E diminished to take us back to B flat 6. So there's our 6 chord. So far we used the minor 6 chord, we used a major 6 chord just there, we used dominant 7, and we also used dominant 7 flat 5. So let's see what this sounds like. If we said, there's dominant 7 flat 5, B flat 7. So if we said, that's a nice one. That's a pretty one. Let me do it. That's a nice one. So 1, 2, 3. It's beautiful. And then maybe, oh wait, that's pretty. Or we'll just use a regular, that's a nice one too. So now I'm just playing a plain E7, because this is normally what we play to E flat 7. So now we'll say, plain E7. Instead of playing B minor 6, I'll just play a plain E7. So now you have to learn how to play all the E7s to, let's say, B flat minor 6, because that's what we're playing instead of the E flat 7, where you normally play that E flat 9. We think of that as B flat minor 6. So now there's another movement you have to think of. E7 to B flat minor 6. So now you should be able to play every one of those. Here's E7, here's B flat minor 6, here's E7, here's B flat minor 6. So that's a nice one. So let's try it. Let's see. That's nice. We could have gone up the scale. That's pretty too. Or That's nice. So let's try that. And then, woo, that's really pretty. So you see all the little tiny movements that you can use going from the 1 chord to the 4 chord, as we would see it. And that's just in the first couple of bars. So again, to reiterate, already in that first couple of bars, we used a minor 6 diminished scale, we used dominant 7 diminished scale, we used dominant 7 flat 5 diminished scale, and we used major 6 diminished scale. Because instead of playing this, now we end on B flat 6, which is pretty. Now, even you have to be able to learn how to go from B flat 6. Let's say if we said 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's B flat 6. Now, from B flat 6, we have to learn to go to all these other things to get to E flat 7. So we could learn how to play B flat 6 to B flat 7 to E flat, or we could learn how to play B flat 6 to E7 to E flat 7, or we could learn how to play B flat 6 to F minor 6 to B flat minor 6 or E flat 7. We could learn how to play B flat 6 to B flat minor to B minor 6. Sorry, that's a nice one. So we'll say. And then that's pretty. Little tiny movement. Look, here's there's that movement here. That would be B flat 6 to B minor 6 to B flat minor 6. So it's these little tiny things that sound so good that bring your playing to life. Also, a question that comes up a lot is, well, what about if you're playing with a soloist? You know, don't you have to kind of prepare beforehand what type of chord you're going to use? No. Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, most of the time, if you play little movements like that, regardless of what the soloist is playing, you're going to make them sound better. And a really good soloist will hear some of the changes you're playing, and they'll start to solo some of those things also. Almost that's perfectly compatible with it. So this is just to show you, we're just starting to scratch the surface on a lot of these little movements. So again, you have to know how to do things like F minor 6 to B minor 6 to B flat minor 6, or just straight F minor 6 to B flat minor 6, or F minor 6 to E flat 7, which is pretty, or F minor 6 to B flat 7, which is pretty. That's pretty too. That's pretty. Or F minor 6 to E7. That's pretty too. So and then yeah, that's pretty. Okay, anyway, that was episode 71. Hope you enjoyed it, and enjoy practicing your first couple of bars of blues with Barry's 4 scales of chords. Thanks again. Until next time.